Araujo. Now, he's being linked with the move to Bayern Munich for a very long time. I feel like maybe for at least a year and a half, I've been seeing rumors about Bayern Munich reportedly going in for him. Now, I saw a rumor in January that that Barcelona rejected a bid from Bayern for him because Xavi threatened that he would quit if they sold him. Now, Xavi ends up saying that he's going to leave anyways, and they still do have Ronald Araujo. Now, I like this guy a lot. He's a good player. I think he's one of the best center backs in the world. And if I'm Barcelona, you can't sell him because how do you replace him? Now, I know that there's reports that Barca are broke. They don't have the money and they're in financial trouble, etc. I don't believe that for a second. Barcelona are arguably the second biggest club in the world. They make a lot of freaking money. They generate a lot of bread through ticket sales, merchandise, TV deals, sponsorships. Barcelona have to be in world football a top 5 club in the world with how much money they make per season. They are that big. I can admit that as a Madrid fan. Like, we don't got to hate just because we're rivals. So I think what Barca are doing, they're trying to say that they're broke so that people don't overcharge them. And I think it's smart, but I'm not buying it for 1 second. If I'm them, you can't sell Araujo because now who's going to be your center back that you rely on? Who's going to be that center back that can handle going against all these other big name attackers, right? I know that they got that 16 or 17-year-old kid from La Masia, Kubarsi, but he's only a kid. You don't want to throw him into the lion's den right away. You don't want to put all that pressure onto his shoulders because there's no guarantee that he turns out to be the next great thing, the next best thing, like what Barcelona fans think all their youth academy products are going to be. It doesn't work out like that. And I think Ronald Araujo is irreplaceable. For me, I think he starts for damn near every team in the world. And if Bayern are really serious about bidding $100 million for him, then I think that is an acceptable bid because you're breaking a world record fee to sign him. He would be the most expensive defender in world football. And I remember I was seeing reports before that they were only offering like 70 million plus 10 M's and add-ons. And I was like, there's no way in hell you even consider that. He needs to be going for at least 100 M's. And if that's the case, maybe Barca do accept it if they are that broke. But I would not, because Barcelona, even though they have the financial issues, they still are a club that want to compete with Real Madrid. They still do want to win the league. They want to win Champions League. They want to compete for all the trophies. And you're not going to be able to do that if you're selling off your better players. Now, if they really do need to raise funds, there's 3 players that I would sell if I was them. I'd be looking to get rid of Gavi. I don't know how. I checked Transfer Market. Gavi is the most valuable player in Barcelona's squad. I don't understand how. Can somebody tell me what the hype is behind this kid? I don't rate Gavi at all. I don't see it. How is he? He's not better than Pedri. He's shit. I think he's super overrated, and that's just Barca tax. If I was them, I would sell him. I think they said that his market value, Gavi, is like 90 million. You tell me that Barca could possibly get over 100 M's for him? Do it. I'd sell Rafinha as well. Maybe Robert Lewandowski and Andre Christensen. I mean, Barcelona's squad is not as bad as everybody makes it out to be, but they don't really have much talent that I think a lot of clubs around world football would be dying to get. Now, obviously, Lamine Yamal is Barca's most prized possession. But yeah, Transfer Market has Gavi's value at 90 million. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, I'd sell those guys first before I sell Ronald Araujo. This guy could be a captain for Barcelona, and he's a big part of their squad. And I wonder if he'd want to leave anyways. Maybe. Who knows? Bayern are probably more attractive at the moment. I mean, well, no, they definitely are, because this isn't the Barcelona of old, right? And I know that Bayern this season has been struggling, but let's not act like they're probably not going to win the Bundesliga again next season. I know they're not going to win it this year because Bayer Leverkusen aren't going to do it. Xabi Alonso is doing a madness over there, and we'll talk about that in a second. But Bayern have a better squad than Barca, and you know that they have money to spend. They're always going to try to remain competitive. So maybe Arroyo's looking at it like, yo, Barca keep asking me to take all these damn pay cuts. They're saying that we can't spend no money. You know what? I'm out of here. But at the end of the day, Barca is Barca. They're a big club, and a lot of players are going to want to play for them regardless. On top of that, I think that they have a new stadium that's going to be ready by the time next season kicks off. I'm sure that these players are going to want to play in it because from the mock-ups that I saw, it's not as nice as the Bernabeu, but it's up there. It looked pretty good. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. So I don't think Arroyo would want to leave, but I would not blame him if he left for Bayern because I think Bayern are arguably as big as Barcelona. And I think in terms of standard in world football, behind Real Madrid, or you could even say Bayern have as high standards as Madrid does because they'll sack you even if you win the Bundesliga. Like, they expect you to do that. That's not an accomplishment. That's what they are supposed to do, right? So you can get sacked for winning trophies there. It's crazy. But yeah, we'll see. But this is one to follow, though, because I always say where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. And they've been linked to him for a while now. And I guess it just depends on what he wants to do. I think Jean Laporta, that's Barcelona's president or their director, whoever the hell, he said that he doesn't want to sell Arroyo or Frenkie de Jong, that these are players who are important to the squad and that they need these guys if they're going to be able to compete and still win trophies. And I fully agree with him when he speaks sense sometimes when it's just not always focused on what Real Madrid are doing. But